Okay, so
Okay.
I'm very excited to introduce you guys today to Letitia Gibbs, and we met networking, right? This is the power of connection and the power of getting out of your own comfort zone and meeting people. And she is the CEO of what's called
Yes.
DCP Consulting and Training. But she's also the co-founder of Queen City Innovation Hub and the co-founder of the Reading Circle. This woman has her hands in so many pots. Um, and what was really cool is as I started to learn about DCP Consulting and Training, they basically do business consulting and training for supporting entrepreneurs like at every stage of their business development. So very similar to what
Mhm.
we do in Hey Girl You Can, right? Supporting entrepreneurs. They start with idea formation, they
Okay.
incorporate business planning, funding strategy, marketing, long-term growth, all of this stuff. And so what we're going to be talking about today as we were talking, and she was saying there's so much grant money that's available for small business
Yes.
entrepreneurs. But most of us either don't think that we're eligible for it, we don't think that we would be the ones that they would give the money to, or we don't even know how to find and access this money.
Mhm.
So this is what she's going to be sharing with you today. So I'm going to turn it over to her.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I love Tara. We did meet at that chamber event, and the crazy thing is we spoke for the whole entire night. And we were the only women there besides my daughter who actually attended with me as well. So we got to talking and we did realize that our goals align, what we do align, um, our business, our businesses align. And then we started talking about the grants that are available. And I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about the different grants that are available for everyone, but especially women entrepreneurs. So I'm going to say hi, everyone, again. My name is Letitia Gibbs. I am the founder and CEO of DCP Consulting and Training. So please excuse my allergies, guys. I had a very bad allergy morning this morning. So over the past year, or well, really, it would be the last 2 years, we've worked with over 300 clients, entrepreneurs, startups, businesses that have been in business for a long time. Also, businesses that are maybe at the 1 to 3 year mark, and then businesses have been in business for 5 to 10 years, and so on and so forth. So, we have been able to help our clients secure over maybe $1.5 million so far in grant funding. So there is a lot of funding available for your business. But the problem is that most business owners, they're not positioned to access it. That's one of the biggest problems, right? Positioning is very important. So I want to speak to the women in this room and hello to all the women. There are funding opportunities for women owned businesses. But being a woman owned business is not enough, right? You must, again, be positioned correctly. Your business must be positioned correctly. Grants are when we say what are grants, right? Grants are non-repayable funding. There are some grants, of course, that you would have to pay back. There's some grants that you would have to, when you receive the grant, maybe it's a specific grant for equipment, right? It's just for equipment for your business, whatever you utilize as equipment for your business. And that grantor may require you, once you receive that grant money, to show what you're using it for. What equipment did you buy? They want the receipts, right? Maybe they gave you $100,000 to purchase equipment. So now part of your receiving the money is making sure that for that year time that you report and you keep your receipts and you make sure you let them know every single part of what you are using that grant for. So the grants that we work with are mainly non-repayable funding, but we do all types of grants. So they come from the federal government, they come from your state, they come from private resources, they come from your city, they also come from your municipality. So there are so many different types of grants that we touch. So they exist for startups, growing businesses, and established businesses. There is no stage of your business where funding doesn't exist. Most people don't get funding because they were never qualified, right? Sometimes what we do is we look at these grants and we say, oh, I want to do this grant. And the problem is that we just say, oh, this is a general grant. I qualify. You have to do the research, right? It may be that you don't qualify, you apply for the wrong grant. Your business is not set up correctly. You don't have the right strategy in place to apply for the grant, to position yourself in as the optimal candidate to receive this grant. So, and that is what is mainly the main issue, is positioning yourself in your business as that optimal candidate, right? So that's why for this group, I decided, and for Tara, I decided to do something a little different today. And plus, we kind of have a little time limit. So I'm hosting a live interactive grant workshop. So what we will do is I'm going to kind of we'll walk through the grant process step by step. So we will break into 3 groups in this workshop. It'll be the beginners, the startups, and beginning businesses. Then it'll be the growing businesses. Maybe you've been in business for like a year to 2 years. Then established business, 1 to 3 years, or 1 to whatever, 20 years. And what's going to happen in this workshop is in those 3 groups, you're going to work on a real grant, a real live grant that you're going to apply for your business. Because we believe in teaching. We want people to know how to apply for a grant for yourself. Of course, the experts are here to make sure that everything is correct, but you also want to be able to touch and go for those grants that you may see online, which are real and actual grants that you can apply for your business. So in this, you will understand what you qualify for based on your business and where you are currently at in your business. Identify what's missing, if there are things that's missing. Start a real application and get guided support. That is the purpose of this. So this is about action, right? We want to know about grants, but you want to see how this process works in real life. So if you're serious about funding your business, this is where you would start. You can register and secure your spot. I have a link. I'll give it to Tara. I don't know if she can put it in the chat. I did forget to send that to you, Tara. Sorry about that. But that is what I think is important. We think education is important. We do a lot of workshops, a lot of seminars. We have a lot of business groups. We do a business after business little mixer where we try to find out where you're at, what is your issues, what do you need help with. So I just want to make sure that everyone in here knows, again, that there are grants for your business. It doesn't matter whether you're an LLC, a not-for-profit, a sole proprietor, a C Corp, an S Corp, whether you're a 501(c) or whichever designation your business falls at, and whatever stage, whether you have an idea. There are grants out there for businesses where you haven't even done any of the paperwork. You're still just thinking, I have this great idea. I want to start this business. What can I get to help me start this business, right? Because registering your business, no matter what state you're in, costs. And the cost differs per state that you're in. So there's some smaller grants that will help you register your business, and then we move on to each stage. Like we stated, each stage, there's a whole bunch that you can do. So I don't know if I went over my time, Tara, but I just want to tell everyone, thank you. I'm happy to be here, happy to go into the breakout rooms and talk to anyone who wants to speak a little bit more about it. And I will send Tara the link. So if you do want to sign up for the workshop, everybody here is welcome. It was created for this group.
Well, this is great. And I'll make sure that if you're watching the replay, that is in the notes. But I would also encourage you to just go follow and connect so you can get more information. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording.